what's up? This is Sandra and Sonia back again for another episode of Twins Talk Tubi. And we are in the month of September, and our theme for this month is all about Nicolas Cage. So all the movies that we will be reviewing star Nicolas Cage, and the movie that we're reviewing today is called Mom and Dad. And Mom and Dad came out in 2018, and here is the premise of the movie. Carly and her younger brother Joshua have a strained relationship with their parents, but hell breaks loose when something unknown causes the parents to violently attack their children. All right, and we're gonna get this going with our first time reaction of the movie on a count of three. One, two, three.
Yeah,
This movie was so crazy. Now, I've seen this movie before.
same.
It's been a while, so it was good to revisit it. I do remember liking it when I first saw it. So I was excited to have it on the list so we can watch it again. This movie was crazy. Guys, if you have not seen this movie, you have to. I mean, it totally, first of all, the plot, like the storyline in this movie is so crazy.
It's actually very demented.
It is. It's like, it's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. As I said, there's some unknown thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know. They don't explain what it is. So it could be, you know, it could be a gas in the air. It could be some kind of
Something in the water, maybe they're drinking
something.
and
Yes, yeah, some kind or some kind of like telepathic signal. I don't know what it is, but it seems very out of the blue that like chaos starts happening all over the place. There's these two kids, Carly and Joshua. They're in their parents in this movie are played by Nicolas Cage and
some
Nicholas
Blair.
and Selma Blair. Yes. And you can tell from the beginning that their relationship is not the best, especially with the daughter, the teenage daughter.
Yeah.
Um, but um the beginning part of the movie and they're in school and they have to like evacuate the school and it's like nobody really knows what's
Something,
going
yeah.
on.
Mm-hmm.
And they go outside and all you see behind the gate is all these parents like trying to get their kids. And at some point you see them really like it's not just something happened at the school and they're there to find their kids and pick them up. It's like they're trying to literally get at their kids. Like they get to the point where they're trying to break through the gate, attacking the guards, and like trying to grab their kids to like kill them. I was gonna say hurt them, but
No,
it's more than that.
yeah,
And as the movie progresses, you see that a lot of parents have succeeded in this.
yeah. And I do have to say they do not show any of the kill.
Yes.
They don't show the parents actually doing things to the kids. You hear it in the background, or you see a cut scene where someone has a weapon in their hand and then picking it up and it's bloody. So you see things like that,
Yeah.
but you don't actually see the actual action
Right.
that the parents are doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, I thought the craziest scene was when Selma Blair's character went to the hospital to help her sister who was giving birth, and like a minute after they gave her the baby to hold, and she was so happy, her whole demeanor changed, and she truly tried to like squeeze the baby. They had to pry the baby out of her arms, and she just kept trying to get up. She took a scalpel to try and get the baby, like her baby. Like that was nuts. So after that, and they're just going after their own kids. It's not kids in general, right? So it's not like
Right.
they're killing anybody's kids. It's their own like flesh and blood.
Right.
Because at some point, when Carly was trying to run home, she sees this man all bloody with I think he had a like a
A
baseball
bad.
bat with blood on it. And he was all bloody, and then and he was just looking strange and kind of looking at her. And then her boyfriend catches up with her, and he's kind of figured out what's going on because his dad just tried to attack him and in his house, and she's trying to tell him, well, we have to go. Look, this guy is, and said, no, he's not after us. And then you see him just casually going to the mailbox to check his mail, and then like he just goes to the house, his house, like nothing. So at that point, they start noticing all these she does that this is not just some kind of random thing. It's like, so once they start figuring out what was going on, and they get home, and she went home to find her brother because her brother was home. Their housekeeper was home, acting very like everything was okay. And what's
Yeah.
going on? What are you doing here? Oh, I'm gonna
Very
make lunch and all
concerned.
this. And you could see her mopping the floor like behind the counter. And then you remember later on that in the beginning of the movie when she was in the house with the whole family, her daughter was there too. So what happened to the daughter? We eventually find out what happened. Um, Joshua was upstairs hiding, and obviously the housekeeper doesn't do anything to him because not his kid, not her kid. So it's just craziness. And then when the parents get home and they just start going at them, like trying to attack them, they lock themselves in the basement. The parents try to do everything that they can to try and get to them or get them out so they can get them. And it's just like total chaos and craziness.
And I think it might have something to do with the static from the TV because there definitely was certain parts, I'm not sure if you noticed, where there's a television or some kind of monitor in the background and it turns to that staticky black and white
Mm.
screen, and then the parent in that scene kind of shifts and turns and attacks. Because that happened in the hospital room. I don't know if you realize she had the baby, and then
Yes,
on the monitor, on the heart monitor that they have there, it went staticky because she was really elated about the baby and she was holding her crying, that she just gave birth. And then that
that's
turned to
true. Right.
static. And maybe a few seconds after that, you saw her face change. And that's when she started to basically try and
Trying
suffocate
to
the
attack.
baby.
Yeah.
So it has something to do with that. But again, they don't explain it. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what it is or why that is. We don't know.
Well, at first, I initially thought that I didn't pay too much attention to that. But I initially thought that was something that had to do with like just the overall chaos that was going
Oh
on,
yeah, like they do a
like an
public
emergency
service thing
broadcast,
and
like emergency
right,
broadcast kind of thing.
right.
Um, but that makes sense. Like I was saying too, like we don't know what it was. It could be the war. There could be some like sound waves, or it could be something that
There was
they.
definitely at least two scenes that I remember where as soon as you heard or saw the static,
That's true.
the
Yeah,
person turned like right within
yeah,
seconds they turned. So I think it has something to do with that. And they didn't have when they do have those emergency broadcast things, they usually have something on the screen. It's the static, but it
yeah.
has something, and it didn't have that. So I think that had something to do with it somehow. I
Right.
want to say one of my favorite scenes was when the parent Nicolas Cage and Selma Blair were in the house and they're chasing their kids trying to attack them, and
And then yeah,
after a little while the doorbell rings and it's his parents. Earlier on in the movie he says, "Oh, don't forget that my parents are coming over for dinner
right,
later." So they come over, and as soon as they open the door, they start attacking their son, Nicolas Cage.
right.
That's, I thought that was cool. And the grandfather or the father was played by Lance Erickson. So
Henriksen.
Henriksen, yeah, and he was there, and he was attacking, going after. Nicolas Cage.
That whole scene was actually crazy. Like these grandparents like really attacking their son and them trying to fight back, and it was intense.
Nicolas Cage is trying to get his son, and then Lance Henriksen is trying to get Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
It was like that was like my I wouldn't say that was my favorite kind of scene
Yeah,
there
that was a that
in the
was
movie.
yes, that was a great like a scene. It was a while, like it was back and forth like fighting and
Yeah, it was a few minutes
like it
they were
was
going back and forth, going at each
they
other.
were going at it. Like it was crazy. It was really crazy. This was such a
Yeah.
fun movie. This also was a little different. Like I haven't seen anything really
Yeah.
like this. You see a lot of movies where kind of people got created, like similar to like the Crazies, where something
Yeah.
starts. They start, but the Crazies, these people were attacking anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
definitely think that the director possibly or whoever had the idea for this screenplay, first of all, has kids and
probably.
had at one point possibly, and I don't want to say that he had the idea that he wanted to off his kids, but I'm saying like sometimes I'm sorry, but they get on your nerves so much, and you're like
Yeah,
you get so kind of because even at the end of the movie when the kid found a way to tie up their parents and they're downstairs I think in the
in
basement
the basement.
and they're tied up and they're trying to and talking to the kids like saying that they do love them and they're saying we really do love you but sometimes we just wanna and that's how the movie ended but I feel like that's how parents feel sometimes.
That's true. Yeah,
So they just took that feeling to a whole nother level to make the movie.
yeah.
So I think that's the basis of the movie. So, but
Such a
yeah,
fun. It was definitely a fun movie. Uh, if you love, well, first of all, if you love Nicolas Cage, this is a must see. He was great in this. His one of his like best like crazy characters. Um, and overall, like I thought the whole cast was great. The concept was great. Like everything was put together very well. Definitely a fun one, and definitely say to make sure you watch this movie. It is on Tubi, obviously. So you can watch it for free. Um, Make sure you follow us, guys. If you're following us here on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can watch all our Twin Talk Tubi videos. And we are also on social media on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and TikTok. Follow us there, like our stuff, and please let us know what you think. If you watch this movie, let us know what you think about it, and hope you like it as much as we do. And as always, we'll be back next week with another episode of Twins Talk Tubi, where we'll be reviewing another Tubi movie for you guys. So hope you guys are here with us next week, and until then, we're signing out.
bye.
Bye.